right. We don't want that. We want this. It's a new episode of Your Daily Scrum with Todd Miller and Ryan Ripley. That's Todd. I'm Ryan. We wrote a book. Check out in the description to learn more about fixing your Scrum. We teach a lot of classes. If you want to join us in a course, we'd love to see you there. Check out the description for more. Like and subscribe. Leave us your comments. Tell your friends. Spread the word. We're trying to grow the channel. And you've been super helpful. We also have the merch store. So there's a banner below with a bunch of merch. Be sure to look at that too. All right, Todd. I think all the YouTube stuff is out of the way. What do we have today?
So Conway's law. I'm just taking a note here for something I want to talk about after this. So Conway's law. Conway's law is an adage that states organizations design systems that mirror their own communication structure. It is named after the computer programmer Melvin Conway, who introduced the idea in 1967. His original wording was, any organization that designs a system defined broadly will produce a design whose structure is a copy of the organization's communication structure. And dare I say, a different way of looking at this is that systems reflect culture.
Yikes. That
What do you think of this?
I think it's really interesting, right? And I think we've seen this time and time again, where the org chart has a pretty big influence on the architecture, right? That's kind of how I've always framed, Conway's law, that if we're organized into silos, our work, our products kind of look like silos. If we're organized as cross-functional, self-managing, awesome Scrum teams, we might have a more modular, cleaner architecture. Right? I think structure matters, and when we're set up as monolithic, massive companies, we tend to have monolithic, massive architectures that are difficult to deal with, and that plays out time and time again as we go into different types of startups or Fortune 500s and everything in between.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think that as a consumer, you can feel this too, right? The apps that you use or the software that you use that is elegant and you like it and you can tell they care about the customer, and the ones that you're forced to use because there's no other option, right? And it's almost like you can feel the organizational's design based off of the product that you're using.
Microsoft Teams.
Right. Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. I had a cough.
Story points of trash. But I really think that's a good challenge to our users, or not our users. Yeah. Maybe that's a good challenge to our listeners to think, and maybe in the comments, name an example or think through something that you're using today that has a reflection of this, right? Like, I feel like you look at a company like Apple, right? Apple, to some extent, whatever you think of them, right? You having met a lot of people that work at Apple, there is a certain kind of arrogance that comes with working at Apple. We are the best, right? And to be honest with you, if you're an Apple employee, I bet you I don't mean arrogance in a negative sense. I mean that they take very good pride on being thought leaders and feel as though they do a better job than anybody else, right? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And their products reflect that. I think both sometimes in a positive way and sometimes in a negative way, like the introduction of Apple Maps, right? That was drove me crazy. But then you have these amazing products like the iPhone that they've come up with. So I feel like we can feel this in our products, and it'd be interesting to challenge people that are listening to this if they can recognize this in any product, good or bad.
I was thinking through while you're talking about that, just some apps that I've enjoyed using over the past few months. And I would imagine their organizations are structured in a way that would not look like the typical org chart. Mm-hmm. And so, like Todd said, drop the name of an app that you love, and maybe we'll talk about those. We'll take a look at them and see maybe what those companies could look like too. So yeah. Very cool. Conway's Law. We hope this helps. Are you enjoying the series on different laws and rules and theorems? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. We want to make sure you're here for all of them. Check out our socials. Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook are lit. We're learning Instagram. I've finally taken the plunge. Perhaps you'll see some things soon. Like I said, like and subscribe. Leave us your comments. Check out the pop-ups here. They're free courses. Right? We've put together free courses for you to learn the Scrum framework and evidence-based management. Check those out. Buy some merch. The hoodies are sweet. They look good on you. You deserve it. For Todd and Ryan, go forward and do some great Scrum things. Story points are trash. We'll see you.